Hello, today we're going to learn music theory in 15 minutes. Let's get started. This is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Got that? Good. This is called the C major scale. Now we're going to play the C minor scale. It sounds like this. Okay, C minor scale sounds a little more sad than C major scale. Now, our main focus is how to play triads, which are three harmonious notes that you play together at once. So they are kind of like chords. They are also called chords. We said chords have up to three or more notes that you play together. So you'll find that this note is harmonious. Okay? These notes are very harmonious. They sound nice. But these notes are not harmonious. The adjacent ones are not harmonious. Okay? So you're going to find that the first note that you play in a scale, the third note you play in a scale, and the fifth note you play in a scale are harmonious sounds. So for the C major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, play together, you get C major chord. Okay, and then the next one, we also played the C minor already. So the first note, the third note, and the fifth note played together is C minor chord. And if you find the difference between a C major and C minor, the only difference is the third note is a half tone less than the major chord. Okay, so the minor chord is half tone less than the major chord for the third note. All right. Next, we're going to learn the relationship between the minor scale and the major scale. So this we played here is a C major scale. This is a rule that we can only play the white notes. Now we're going to find the minor scale with using only white notes. So how we do this is we move back three halftones. So this is a halftone. One halftone from C, then a halftone from here, and a halftone from here. That's three halftones. And starting from the third halftone to the left, you're going to be able to play something called the A minor scale. Check this out. Oh, great. So now you're going to find the first note, the third note, and the fifth note and put them together. And then you get A minor chord. And then you finally know three chords from this first session. This is C major, this is C minor, and this is A minor chord. Oh, great. Now we're going to learn how to play something called scales with using chords. Okay? So maybe you've heard of this song called Chopsticks. It goes like this. Okay, so these are all chords, only with two notes. But now we're going to play something like a scale using chords. So for now, I'm just going to play this chord for you. And then you just listen, okay? This is a C major chord. Okay, so this is called a diatonic scale, because the B right here is not your average B minor. Okay, I'm not going to tell you more about this, but this is called a diatonic scale. This is different from the C major scale. So I'm going to teach you the names of these triads that I just played. This is a C major scale, C major triad, and then this is an F major triad. Fa, la, do. Okay, and then this is a G major triad. So you know now C major, F major, G major. Okay, now I'm going to teach you the other chords. These are called minor chords. The D minor chord. Got it? E minor. I minor, you already know. Now the B is a little tricky because this is not we were just playing something called the diatonic scale, not the major scale. So I'd rather teach you the major scale because this sounds really wacky. Okay, so we're going to learn something called what I would call the major scale for triads. So we already know this is called a C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A major. So we already know the relationship between the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. So we can know that from starting from B, if we want to find the minor chord for B, it will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. So this will be the triad that we play when we're playing the scale using chords. And then last one, the C major scale, like this one. Okay, so this is C, C, D minor scale, D minor chord, E minor chord, F major chord, G major chord, A minor chord. Okay, this special B minor chord, C major chord. Okay, this sounds really nice, right? So now we're going to teach you the last part. Since we already know this is a C major chord, then we can go half a step down and get a C minor chord like this. We already know that, right? So the same rule applies right here. This is a D minor chord, so we can move up half a step with our third note and we can get a D major chord. Then we have E minor chord. We can move half a step with our third note. We get an E major chord. And then this is an F major. So we can move a half step lower to get a F minor chord. And then you have G major with half a step lower, G minor chord. This is A minor. So you move half a step up, you get an A major chord. And then a B, this is a B minor chord. And then move half a step up, you get a B major chord. Okay, so the relationship between the major and minor chords are right here. Alright, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and see you next time. Bye.